everybody. What's up? It's Mr. Beast. This is my friend Chandler.
Thank you for
This is
making me Chandler in this equation.
welcome to the Mr. Beast podcast, where we talk
hmm
everything
hmm
Mr. Beast. I'm Mr.
hmm
Beast.
I
Now,
am
welcome
I
to
am a
Northwest
foot taller
Trenches.
than everybody else. I am Chandler. Hello.
Yes. So we have
I
Chandler
spread
from Mr.
gospel
Beast
on
here on the show.
TikTok.
What was that,
he
Chandler?
he spreads gospel on TikTok now.
Yeah, and actually, that's why we brought you here today because we
Mm.
wanted to ask you different Bible-oriented questions. Unfortunately, Ronnie couldn't be here. He's a
hmm
big fan of
hmm
you,
hmm
big fan of Mr. Beast in general. Both of us are, but he's easily the bigger fan. So,
hmm
um, when you posted scripture talking about how gay people are inhuman, Chandler, what did you mean by that? A
Well,
lot of people want to know.
in the name of the Lord.
Hmm.
That's all I can do. In the name of the Lord. I'm not gonna delve
Just
too
kidding.
deep into it.
Just kidding. We don't actually have Chandler on the show, guys. It was Ronnie all along.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
him all along.
I can't quote any scripture. If we had Jordan on, it would be a more accurate depiction, I think.
Yeah. We got Avery too. He's a Bible guy. He
hmm
knows a thing
hmm
or two about Christ and Christ-oriented things. Yeah. Um, I don't know. You want to just talk about the Kris from Mr. Beast thing? Just rip off the Band-Aid.
Well, it's
It is the
kind of
Mr. Beast
strange. It
podcast.
is kind of strange because you did mention Kris before, like a couple weeks ago, as a
I
passing
know.
joke, and then it turns into something
Yeah.
bad now.
Yeah, friend of the show, Kris from Mr. Beast is under fire.
Yeah, it's a bit of a mess.
Or let me
He,
rephrase that. Former friend of the show,
mm-hmm,
Kris from Mr.
we have
Beast.
we have strayed away, just like Mr. Beast has.
Yeah,
But
we could have Ben Shapiro on the show, like Hassan Piker,
hmm
like far
hmm
right, far left people. But the moment a pedophile becomes a friend of the show, gonna I don't
yeah.
think so. I don't think so. We can't be
he
towing that
he kind
line.
of
In
did a
fact, we can't
Doctor
even be doing anything to
Disrespect.
that line.
They kind of did a Doctor Disrespect response on
Yeah.
Twitter.com, and the first thing was, "I voluntarily quit," and then Mr. Beast went, "No, I just dropped his. You're
I
just
fired
dumb."
this bitch.
Yeah, and then she was like, in replies like 2 hours later after that original post, she was like, "I did not groom anybody in accordance with another person from that Discord, and then I did not transition to harm my family and stuff like that." And I was just like, this is a nightmare situation. It's
Well,
probably a
Kris
good
from
thing Mr. Beast was like, yeah, you should probably go.
Well, what a lot of people don't know is that Kris from Mr. Beast, no, he didn't transition because he hated his family. He transitioned because it was like Mr. Beast is like involved with the Freemasons,
hmm
and
hmm
to get to like higher echelons of fame and success within the Freemasons, you or if you're part of like a posse like Mr. Beast, he has Beast Gang or whatever they call themselves, and so they do humiliation rituals. And yeah, so basically Kris had to turn trans because the Freemasons were like, Mr. Beast, like one of you has to do this humiliation ritual.
hmm
And then maybe they needed another humiliation ritual out of
They
them.
fucking
And
stacked it on Kris. That would be
yeah,
crazy.
dude, they doubled down on the Freemason ritual on Kris, which is
hmm
crazy.
hmm
Like you never double down with that stuff. You need somebody else like within the crew to do something like
Yeah,
that. But like
your boy
doubling down
Chandler
on one
did
guy.
that whole time. He was just tall and
Yeah,
funny. That's all.
yeah, he's just
That's all Chandler is.
yeah, he's just like, yo, guys, I'm Chandler from Mr. Beast, and like I just love Jesus, man.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I love Jesus.
Maybe
That's his
maybe
thing.
that's his humiliation thing, is talking about Christ every
Being
TikTok.
a Christian is his
Yeah,
humiliation.
apparently.
I
There's a
mean,
chance that could be what happened there.
according to certain schizos, the deep state has a lot of one type of people in it.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Maybe. It's the same thing with Carl Jacobs half the time, I feel. Like, that guy got himself involved with the Dream SMP when that was a big thing.
Who's Carl Jacobs?
He's
Refresh
the
me on
guy
what the
that looks
fuck
like a
that guy
mole
is.
rat.
Let me look this fucking guy up.
But he joined Dream SMP, and then like half of that server turned out to be like groomers and shit. So I think that's probably also a humiliation thing if we are relating this to that Freemason conspiracy.
Oh, okay, Carl Jake. Okay, it's Mr. Beast Carl. Okay.
Yeah, Mr. Beast Carl.
Yeah.
He has his own
Yeah,
gummies.
I got a bunch of results here for like. First of all, I just gotta make this apparent. If you want a real fucked up guy to look at, search up Carl Gustav Jacob Jacobi. Definitely a sub 5 male.
Name? Is that his name?
No,
I was
that's not
gonna
Carl
say
Jacobs'
that's the
name.
wackiest name I've heard in like
But
forever.
no, I just found this guy in Google Images when I searched up Carl Jacob, and I didn't spell it right. But this guy is easily sub 5 male,
Yeah.
like 100%. His chin is fucked. His hairline's fucked. His haircut's fucked.
I'm
His
just
forehead
saying,
is
like,
huge.
I'm just
Negative
saying,
cantal tilt.
and then they bully that other guy that is like more recent. I don't remember his name at all. But
On the Mr. Beast crew?
yeah, there's this new guy.
I wouldn't know.
And they just make fun of him in every video. They don't give him a chance to shine at all, so I guess his is being humiliated in front of the camera. If we're still really into this theory.
The only Mr. Beast people I know is Mr. Beast, Kris from Mr. Beast, Chandler from Mr. Beast, and then now I know Carl Jacobs, and that's, I guess, another Mr. Beast guy. So I'm learning a lot. You're right.
5 episodes
ago,
Sneeko was in there.
Wait, 5 episodes ago they brought Sneeko back?
I think 5 weeks ago I brought this up. And you're like, that's real? And I was like, yeah, he was there.
Yeah, that's I forgot we talked about that. It's still crazy to me that they
I think
Sneeko holding a gun at the screen. Meanwhile, Mr. Beast is like, we're gonna give $100,000 to 95 homeless people, and they have to work together to split it up equally, or like something dumb like that. And then the video is just homeless people.
Prison, and we have $1 million on the line for the last person alive.
Yeah, we're here at San Quentin Penitentiary in California, and today we're going to be doing prison Hunger Games. That's right. We're going to be letting all the prisoners out of their cells, and from there, only one winner can be the one to win $9.
No, that'd be such a crappy prize. It's almost as bad as the island prize. You know, he didn't lease out that island. It was just like 3 months maximum that person could be there, and that was it.
Damn, that's fucked.
Yeah.
I didn't even know he gave away an island. I didn't know that was something you could do.
Yeah, apparently he bought an island, and then they did a bunch of crappy challenges on the island, and then he gave it away to somebody. But I never saw any like, Mr. Beast gave me an island videos or anything. Yeah, so it must have been like a 3-month lease on that land, and then it went away.
Or the ocean rising sea level swallowed it in the span of like 3 months.
That could be what happened too. That's a funny image.
Yeah.
Here's this
Uh,
island that only shows up 2 months of the year.
yeah,
What
yeah,
a
you
waste
get an
of
island for
time.
2 months out of the year forever. Oh my god. Uh, I was thinking about Jeff Dunham recently.
Oh yeah, the puppeteer.
Yeah, yeah, the ventriloquist, as it said in the business. Fucking hate that guy, by the way. Jeff Dunham, you can go suck my penis.
Uh,
But no, I was thinking, and I was like, man, I wonder if he's still doing the Ahmed the Dead
oh
Terrorist
yeah,
bit.
that is really bad, huh?
Yeah, well, and especially now that like all the Palestine stuff is happening and like Israel is just pretty much murdering as many brown people as they can manage.
Yeah,
I wonder if I
I
wonder
don't
what
know.
happens.
I
And the
mean,
thing
he
is,
he blew up around when Osama died, right?
he blew up
So
before that. It was during
this is
I want
a
to
very
say
bad choice of words. I apologize immediately. Blew
yeah, it
up.
was
Very bad choice there.
yeah, but my thing is I don't want to know whether or not he's still doing Ahmed
Mm-hmm.
because I want to like there's seriously a 50-50% chance down the line that he's still doing Ahmed the Dead Terrorist. And like you could without knowing, without looking it up, you could actually I feel like have like a full-fledged debate
Mm-hmm.
as to whether or not he's still using dead terrorist. Um just, if he is using Ahmed, there's only one fucking place, one country in the whole entire world that's gonna be like, oh yeah, we love Ahmed the dead terrorist. He's our favorite. And I'm not gonna say what country,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but there is one that would fucking love Ahmed the dead terrorist. I mean, Jeff Dunham could just print money with these people right now.
For some reason, I know what you're talking about, right? But my brain can only
Hmm.
think of like Super Mario Logan Jeffy for some reason. That's the only
Yeah.
image that is coming to mind for
Dude,
some reason.
what if that was one of Jeff Dunham's new puppets? He goes out on stage and he's like, I got a new one tonight. And it's fucking Super Mario Logan shit.
I just know
Dude,
it's kind of ironic now that he's called Super Mario Logan because Nintendo sued him so he can't use Mario in any of his videos.
really?
Yeah, he
But you can
can't
still
use
use the
Mario or
name?
Luigi or Yoshi, Peach, any of that.
Those were like his main characters that weren't Jeffy.
Yeah,
What the fuck?
it's a very different channel now, but it's still
Yeah.
called Super Mario Logan.
Yeah, I see a bunch of like brain rot reels
Mm-hmm,
on
mm-hmm.
Instagram where it's like Jeffy and his dad and they're in Minecraft and they're getting chased by Skibbity Toilet and it's like like the video so Jeffy can survive the Skibbity Toilet onslaught and it's like oh my god, like I have to save Jeffy. So I subscribe and thank God I save him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to think about what would happen if I don't like and subscribe on these videos. But
You know what you reminded me of?
yeah.
The super recent news of Michael Bay directing a Skibidi Toilet movie.
Yeah, that's I'd have to see it. I'm going to have to watch it.
I need to
There's
know
no
what happens in between part 99 and part 100. I need to
there
know.
there is no like real world scenario where I'm not watching that movie in theaters.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if there's fucking nuclear hellfire raining down from the heavens from, adversary countries onto the US. I'm going to watch the Skibbity Toilet movie. I don't care what
It's kind of
anyone
like the
or anything
FNAF
has to
movie.
say
We need
about
to
it.
see it. We need
Yeah.
to see it.
Yeah, and I listen, I got drunk before the FNAF movie. You better bet your bottom fucking dollar I'm getting annihilated for Skibbity Toilet movie. Like I have to.
So, is the entire dialogue of that movie just gonna be the song?
I
Or
hope
are they
so.
gonna have like some sort of like predisposition? That's probably the worst word possible. But like some sort of prologue where it's like a doctor making the first
Mhm.
Skibidi toilet. And he's
Mm.
like, this toilet only knows how to say one word, and it has a human inside of it, and it's a weird homunculus creation. And then he
That's like
dies immediately.
yeah,
Like,
he's like Yakub.
yeah,
He's like Yakub, the evil scientist that made white people, but he made Skibbity Toilet instead.
he's like there's a spot in Full Metal Alchemist where like they change certain parts of characters, and they like merge a dog and like another character together and make it into this monster.
This is our new character, Dog Guy.
Yeah, yeah. So I wonder they'll
Dog
do.
Guy gonna.
I wonder they'll do the same kind of backstory thing where it's like an evil scientist merged humans and toilets together, and they can only say one word. Like I wonder if that's
Imagine,
how they'll do it.
imagine being the dad that has to pull like 60-hour weeks just to make ends meet with his family, and his kids are like, "Dad, can we see a movie this weekend?"
Dad,
He's
what
like,
do
"Yeah,
you
what?"
work on every day? Skibidi toilet.
No, not even like he's not making the movie. He's just like a sad guy
Mm-hmm.
who's just he has to pull 60-hour weeks at like the factory, at the fucking pencil factory,
Oh, the
just
worst.
so just yeah, breaking his back at the fucking paperclip factory just to make ends meet.
You keep
And he
fucking changing it. You keep changing the
gets
company.
home. He gets home Friday at like 8 p.m. The kids are up waiting for dad to get home. Dad, can we go see a movie tomorrow? Yeah, sure, kids. What movie? The Skibbity Toilet movie. I don't know what that is, but whatever. And then he goes to the movie theater.
It's just that
He has
song
to-
for 2 hours. Nothing else, just the song on repeat for 20 hours.
I feel it. Yeah, after he's done with the movie, you better fucking bet he's going home and like finding a comfortable spot in the garage to hang himself. This isn't worth it anymore.
Uh, I really hope there is a plot to Skibidi Toilet movie. Because if there
There
isn't,
has to be.
if there isn't somehow after like 80 parts of this series, and they just go, oh yeah, it's a toilet now. That's gonna be crazy. Just, it's a thing now. Like they
Yeah,
barely write it.
Yeah, what if the Skibbity Toilet, like the first Skibbity Toilet comes out and he's like, "Hello, I'm Skibbity Toilet, everybody."
And then somebody punches his voice box and he can only say the music.
Yeah, and then he's like, "Oh, sorry, Skibbity da 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 ya ya."
Mm-hmm,
How
mm-hmm.
pissed? How pissed do you think the Bulgarian guy that like made the song that got remixed into the Skibbity Toilet song is that there's now a Skibbity Toilet movie and he's not making any money off
The
of
fact that
it.
Michael Bay is making it is the craziest part, I think. And the main question I have
I know.
is, who do you think is going to be playing G-Man Skibidi Toilet?
Ooh, that's a good question.
My guess would be Mads Mikkelsen, but his hair doesn't match it at all.
Yeah, they just get like Ryan Gosling to do it. They're like,
Mhm.
whatever, he's fucking popular now. He's gonna be G-Man Skibbity Toilet.
We can have Jack Black as the smallest toilet.
Oh my god, dude, I will be. If Jack Black is in it, I don't know why, but I feel like I would be pissed off for some reason.
Well, you know, if we had Logan on the pod, he'd have a like 20-minute rant about Kung Fu Panda 4 and how they
Yeah.
underappreciated every character except for Poe in that fourth one.
Yeah, Jack Black was the real star of that one.
Mm-hmm.
They did I guess Tenacious D did music for that. They did like Hit Me Baby One More Time
Oh.
for that movie.
Huh.
I don't know why
Mm-hmm.
they were thought just like use a Tenacious D song. Actually, no, they can't because they're all fucking profanity laden. They can't
Yeah.
use any of them.
Except for video
say-
games, but you can only use video games for like 80s culture movies with like kids
Yeah.
in it, or like just game centric movies.
Yeah, but like Kung Fu Panda, that's like Mandarin China. I don't like that was like that's like China from 10 years ago. I don't think they've advanced
Mm.
quite to the point of like knowing what that is.
Yeah. I just
Because
think
remember, this is 10 years in the past, and it takes place in China.
yeah.
You know, they were like, I guess, living in huts or something before like yesterday or some shit. So, you know, like I know a lot about China. So like,
Yeah.
you know, I'm don't even question what I'm saying here. But
I just know
yeah,
if I haven't brought it up before, I believe right after the pod, Biden resigned from running in the 2024 election. This is going to be a
yeah.
very quick passerby thing because I don't like talking about politics all the time.
We can talk about. Who gives a fuck?
Well,
There's some good jokes there.
yeah, I'm just interested in the idea of why he resigned outside of
Because
sickness.
he's like mentally deficient,
Well,
and they
he
made
keeps
him.
denying it, right?
Well,
And
yeah,
then when
he's
he started
constantly denied.
stuttering against Trump, there was a big issue.
Well, no, he constantly denies allegations against him being like cognitively, like basically his brain just being like a pudding at this point. He
Mm,
constantly denies it, but like you'd have to be a dumbass to not notice
yeah,
that he's clearly I mean, like, do you really think he himself made that decision to like, I'm dropping out of the race. It's what's best for everybody.
mm,
Because if you think he did, you're wrong. Because he needs like escorted. He needs like his handheld onto the stages he speaks on, and they're like, okay, you stand here, then you talk, and then you walk the same way off, and then he goes the other way. He needs like
yeah,
people to guide him physically. How the fuck are you gonna tell me he can mentally make a decision to say, yeah, I think it's best for the Democratic Party
mm.
if I bow down out of this race and make Kamala the candidate? Like, no way he had any say in any of that. He's just being led
I
along.
I do have a very I want to say kind question, but some people get mad about it.
Oh, fuck them. Who cares? Just
Because I've
ask.
previously said this in shitpost, and then I got railed for it before.
Mm-hmm.
But it was an honest question, just to see what the answer would be to it, and then it turned into a big philosophical argument.
It was a bitch fest, is what
Yeah,
it was.
yeah,
It was a philosophical argument, is being very kind
yeah,
to the
yeah.
bitch fest that happened.
And the question was, do you think, okay, do you think Biden having COVID and resigning from the 2024 election is just so that Kamala can practice being president for the next few months? Now, there is a yes or no
yeah,
answer, and then there is also a ramble speech of I said the wrong thing, and I understand that.
I don't know. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if behind the scenes that was going on, because, like I said, clearly, I don't think Biden was at the helm this entire time, and I'm not saying it like some deep state conspiracy
Mm-hmm.
shit. Like I legitimately think it was like, and I want to make this clear. I'm not saying Kamala Harris has been running the country for the past 3 years. However, I think the administration Biden has put in place and the advisors surrounding him have probably been the ones making decisions this whole time.
Hmm.
That's my take on it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know whether Kamala Harris was among those people or, you know, had no say in anything, but that's just my opinion on that. I really don't care what anybody has to say, because I can argue that point pretty well.
And
You know,
again,
like,
I apologize if that is too crazy
nah,
of a
don't
question.
apologize.
Well,
Never
that's
apologize. Never
also
bow down
good.
to people. No.
They said
Never
don't
bow down to
apologize
people.
either, but it continued to be a hot topic of me doing something dumb, political
Nah, you weren't dumb
question
for that.
wise. So
You weren't dumb for that. I think in this day and age, anything can happen, and
mm,
I don't think that's an out there thing to ask, and I
mm,
think people that do think it's an out there thing to ask are aligned either on one side or the other. Don't want to hear anything anybody else has to say, and don't
yeah,
even want to think about other things that other people have to say.
mm-hmm,
That's how people who are politically motivated for one specific goal and one specific side of the aisle and all this dumb bullshit. It just doesn't fucking matter at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
You can have whatever views you want, and you don't have to associate with any sort of like I can have right-wing views and left-wing views if they align with my morals.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't make me a bad person. I don't think aligning all your morals with one party makes you a bad person, but I definitely think it makes you spineless. You know, you have to rely on like the Democratic Party to like and like other Democrats to like you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Like reinforce your views on things.
Mm-hmm.
Like you need like a whole party, like a political party to reinforce your views on shit. Like shut up. Be a man. Like have your own views and just fucking go out there and be you. Like fuck all that party lines bullshit. That's and I'm not saying that at you specifically. I don't know if it sounded that way or not. I'm just saying that in general to literally everybody listening. If you're like a hardline Republican or a Democrat, you're spineless. You're absolutely spineless, and have fun thinking for yourself in life, because odds are you're not going to be able to do it as well as somebody who doesn't align with those hard party lines.
Yeah.
But that's my 2 cents on all that shit. I don't think when it comes to I mean, there are dumb questions when it comes to scenarios like, do you think Joe Biden is like a fucking lizard person? Like, that's a retarded question.
Yeah, I didn't do shit like that from all the questions.
Yeah, but like speculating as to whether or not behind the scenes they could be doing some, you know, kind of sketchy stuff. Mm-hmm. I think it's reasonable to think that way. Even if there isn't evidence, if there's a prospect, like, and if you're wrong, you're wrong. Big whoop. Like,
yeah,
I don't care if I'm wrong. I'll just do better next time. I don't care. But
yeah, now we can get out of that whole cycle. It's just been kind of rough for me.
Do you think they'll put Skibbity do you think they'll put Skibbity Biden in the Skibbity toilet movie?
There's a chance he might be like he might be on a loudspeaker talking about how the toilet's invaded. That could be something.
What if the Skibbity toilet movie is just like the 2020 like election day, and that's the movie, but it's all Skibbity toilet. Like you have Skibbity Trump, Skibbity Biden. There's a Skibbity January 6th.
Oh, that'd be something. That'd be
there's a Skibbity. Yeah, there's a Skibbity taking a shit on Nancy Pelosi's desk, which I guess somebody did, which is really fucking funny that somebody did that.
Yeah. I just wanted to bring it up because I didn't know if it was too wild of a question. Because for some reason,
I don't think so.
I got the reception that it was too wild and it was very offensive in some ways to ask.
Well, look at how the people that were bitching about its politics are, and I think you pretty much get your answer as to why that was.
Yeah. I'm gonna 360 to something else.
Xbox 360.
Actually, I do want to.
We're gonna talk about your
football.
Kingdom for Keflings is on sale on Xbox. For Kingdom for Keflings, yeah, dude, it's like $249.
Damn.
Pick it up today. Best game ever.
I might get that honestly.
I'm not buying it. I played the demo and was like, this game. I was like 11. I played the demo. I was like, this game's fucking gay. Where's it? This isn't Call of Duty. I don't hear people call me the N-word over the mic. This is I can't do this. I'm uncomfortable. Nobody's calling me the fucking N-word and calling me a faggot.
Oh man,
it's horrible.
Recently, I've been playing the new college football game, and I did a rebuild of the USC, like Southern California team. The shitty thing is that team's already good, so I didn't really learn anything. I didn't learn jack shit because they were good already. So I had to start up again, and I'm using a local college to run through all this.
Oh shit!
And it's
how many
fucking nice.
Do they have like how many college football teams can you pick from in this game compared to like your average Madden NFL? Is there like a lot more, or is there a similar amount?
In the Madden NFL franchise, there are 32 teams, unless you download teams. Sometimes it depends on the game. But for college football, there's 134, which
Okay.
is like 4 times the amount, a little over.
Damn. What Ohio schools do they have on there?
They have Ohio, Toledo, Ohio State. I think they have Dayton. I'm not sure, but I
Oh
think
yeah.
they have Dayton. If not,
hmm
you can probably download Dayton, which is pretty fucking cool.
Do they have like the College of Worcester team on there?
They don't have foreign colleges either, like
No,
across the
that's
sea here, or
like the
Mexico
the reason I
City,
ask
or shit like that.
is because nobody's heard of the College of Worcester,
Hmm.
but at the same time, it's literally an Ivy League school. Like
Oh.
it's up there with Harvard and shit,
Oh
and
yeah,
like all those
Harvard's not in
Ivy
it
League.
either. There's
Yeah,
no Ivy League conference in this game, which I
yeah.
thought
I
was
guess that
weird.
makes sense. Like, what's the Ivy League football team gonna do? Like, read a book?
Well, they used
Like,
to be the
blue
only college
42,
football ski.
blue 42, set hike.
They used to be the only college football conference at one point in time. Was the Ivy League conference.
Oh,
So it's
really?
kind of
I didn't
weird
know
that
that.
they just kind of
Oh
spread
wait,
them
yeah, you're
out.
right. I was reading on the history of football like a week ago for like some reason. I forget why I even looked up the
You
history of
probably wanted
football.
to look
But
for
no,
like forward pass or something, and then you just kept
well,
looking.
I think I was trying to look into like different football tragedies or something, and
Oh,
then I
weird.
stumbled upon the
Okay.
history because I heard that it started out as like a fertility cult, and I wanted to see how true that was. Wikipedia denies that, but also Wikipedia denies a lot of things. So,
Yeah.
um, no, but yeah, no, I did read that like the original like football league that was ever made in America was a college league. I forgot
Yeah.
about that.
It was Yale and Harvard and Princeton and another team like
Yeah, I think
forever
it was
ago. I think it was like Dartmouth
Rutgers
or
or
something.
something.
Dartmouth, something.
I thought it was Rutgers University, or it
Maybe.
was I don't know. It was one of them.
I
I
just
think it
know
was in
it
New
was
York.
like a core like group of like 3 or 4 teams for the first like 5 years,
hmm
and then they started to spread it out. Ohio State wasn't in there for a long while. Same thing with Michigan.
Damn,
But yeah, that's super hidden lore, I guess. The
I did want
crappy
to.
thing is that there's a bias on this game too, where every
hmm
single conference championship like bracket, there's almost always Ohio State or Michigan or Alabama or Georgia.
hmm
And you have to face them every time, and they're always better than you. It's bullshit.
They're OP.
Yeah,
They need to be nerfed.
it's a very upsetting amount of work to get through that. Um, Outside of that, the other game I've been playing a very sparse amount of, like 30 minutes because it keeps crashing, is Fallout London, which
Oh, that's the mod
yeah, it was
for
made
Fallout
by
4, ain't it?
about 400 people, I think. And they have like so many voice actors and so many really good sets and everything for scenes. The only issue I'm coming across is that every 5 minutes the game crashes. Don't know why. Don't know why.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know about computers. I was about to maybe try and diagnose, and then I realized I have no idea what I'm
Yeah.
talking about.
Well, what's funny is that people are like, "Oh my god, they did a Bethesda and they released a game without a day one patch. They're so
Do you
dumb."
think it's just badly optimized?
Yeah. That's
Just in
literally it.
general?
They
Yeah.
just need to patch it like 6 times over and then it should run properly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I went into an area to get a med kit and I had to kill a feral ghoul. And then I come back out and walk like 10 paces and talk to a guy, and there's this gray box that says, "You don't have Fallout 4 installed." When I do. So then right after that, I walk away from the guy and I crash. The game just goes and stops. And I'm like, "Oh, that's good." Then I
That's
run it
fucked.
with the mod launcher and do the same exact thing. And then, like, not even 12 steps away from this guy, again, the game just shuts off.
Holy shit.
So that's fun.
Yeah, that's fucked. I'd
Some
be
some
so
people
pissed.
some people with like certain computers, like downgraded computers, it runs perfectly fine on, but apparently mine, it's like every 5 minutes and then it has a stroke. So
Your
that's fun.
computer's too good.
Something, something. I don't know. I need to see if Call of Duty runs on this.
Yeah. I did want to show off this birthday gift I haven't given to my sister yet, but
Mm-hmm.
I'll just show it off. It's backwards, but
It's straightforward on my side.
oh, it is perfect, dude. That's awesome. And
Well,
the small print
we're not verbally saying any of the
or
title,
not.
so
Dude, a black guy wrote this book and titled it, so technically a black guy is saying it, and I'm
mm,
not going to say the
mm,
words, so
mm.
we're fine. We're
This
completely
is a
fine. I'm
very
just
good gag for the visual listeners, or however you want to
yeah,
say that,
dude.
watchers, I suppose.
A collection of affirming anecdotes for certain fellas everywhere.
Mm-hmm. That's a good way to phrase
Um,
it.
no, I thought the title was really funny, and I was like, man, my sister would think that
She
that's
would have to
hilarious.
hide that like so deep in her bedroom though to
No,
make
she's
sure.
putting it on display. She's putting it on display. I'm
That's
making sure she
awesome.
does. No, but I was kind of skimming through it, and it genuinely seems like there's some good advice in here
Mm.
for young black men. At
Mm-hmm.
least I hope there is. I don't know. I'm not a young black man, so
Yeah.
don't really know. But they have some good one-liners in here talking about the game need me.
Mm. Mm.
Go hard,
Mm-hmm.
go hard, or stay home.
You made
It
me
ain't for the
think
weak.
go hard and
Time out for the beat.
you made me think about
Go home, bro. You sleepy.
okay. You made me remember I go hard in the MF in paint. That word.
I go hard in the motherfucking paint. Bitch, you stank. Oh, god damn it. I said it. I said I
Okay.
wouldn't say it.
Okay,
And I fucking said it. Dude, it
I
was
baited
Flocka.
you into it.
Flocka took me over. Dude, you baited me into it, you fucking asshole.
That's fucking funny.
Dude, I can't help it. When I listen to Flocka and I'm rapping Flocka, it's like Waka Flocka's just like taking me over, man. I feel just like him, and it just comes out. And I said that pretty comfortably. That
Yeah,
wasn't like a
that
really
was kind of
hard,
scary.
like that was not a white guy soft A,
Mm,
okay? That
mm,
was a hood real soft A. So
mm,
I feel like all things considered, that could have been a lot worse.
mm-hmm.
Could have been much worse.
Don't worry, I already
What
wrote it down somewhere. We're
what
good.
did I just do? I'm doing like Donald Trump stuff, trying to justify my
Is that my
actions.
problem?
I'm
I
surprised I didn't
did
do this shit.
it. Yeah.
I am sorry I said the N word. I could have said it a lot worse, but I think I said it better than a lot of people have. A lot of people. That would be the best. I think if any politician, I feel like Trump has more of a right to say the N word than Kamala Harris
Mm,
does.
mm.
That's just my hot take. One of my hottest takes I've ever given.
You know what came out today?
A gay guy.
That's a pretty good one. Deadpool 3 came out.
Oh yeah, that did come out today.
And I think Patrick saw it yesterday, but if he hasn't, hopefully us just like theorizing what happens in it doesn't mess with him too much if he does listen to this.
Yeah. One thing I know, I'm not a big Marvel movie guy, so any assumptions I have about Deadpool, I just have none.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I'm probably not gonna watch it. I saw the first Deadpool movie. I think it was the first one.
Yeah.
And I just happened to see it by chance, and I was like, oh, that was all right. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a big Marvel DC guy. I like the Dark Knight movies. That's what I like in terms of superhero stuff.
Well, I know Hugh Jackman is back as Wolverine for like the 18th time.
Huge Ackman.
Yeah, dude.
Why did they name him Huge? Was he like very
Well,
was he
he's a
very big
huge,
coming out the womb?
jacked man. It makes sense.
Oh, okay. I see. So he was just born like at age like
Yeah, yeah,
36 and jacked.
yeah,
That's how he
yeah.
came out looking.
He had a roid belly for
Okay.
like 2 days to
I didn't know that.
situate it.
Oh, Roy Bell.
But
Nobody
yeah,
talks about that shit.
yeah. Hugh Jackman's back as Wolverine, probably for the last time, even though Logan was the last
Mhm.
time. Even though whatever crappy X-Men movie before Logan was the last time. But yeah, from the looks of it, this Logan does not know Deadpool to
Mhm.
start the movie. But by the end, they're like super best friends, which I think is funny.
Yeah, they're tight as fuck.
And the one question I have is how are they going to put Deadpool next to anybody for the past like phase and a half? Like, how would that be set up at all? I don't get it.
Wait, are they like unable to do that or something?
No, they
Or
can now because they own the rights to Deadpool
oh,
and
okay.
stuff.
I thought you meant
Because
in
they
like a
bought out
literal.
Fox.
I thought you meant in a literal editing sense. It would be like difficult to
No,
do that for
no.
some reason. Okay, never
I mean
mind.
more like how are they gonna set it up so that he's in the Avengers or a side character in the Avengers? You know?
Do you think they'll do that?
Yeah, he's in the same universe as Loki and Scarlet Witch in them now. Like he's technically
Well,
stuck in the weird
doesn't
TV dimension from
doesn't
the looks of it.
Deadpool like say like shit and piss and fuck and
Yeah,
like dick
yeah,
and like getting
he's
he's
gonna
like
bump the rating up on all these
yeah,
movies.
like he gets his arm torn off and he's like, "Oh, fuck me in the ass. I just got fucking raped or something right now." Like he says shit like that. Like how would they fit his dialogue into a fucking Avengers movie is what I
But
want to know.
I think the best way to rope him in is to have him somehow end up in New York at the end of the movie, and he
Mhm.
just runs into Tom Holland Spider Man, and that's how they start their section off
Oh
for the
wow.
Avengers movie.
That would be the corniest thing I think they could do. However, I could legitimately see them doing that. Like
Cause
the after credit scene, Deadpool is in his full costume walking through New York. He's
yeah,
like, "Wow, this is New York. This is so cool. This is so fucking cock sucking cool that I'm in fucking New York." And then Tom Holland Spider Man's like, "Hey, I'm Tom Holland. I'm Spider Man. Let's team up." And they shake hands. That
and
would
then
be
Zendaya's in the
a
back
banger.
being like,
Yeah,
"Who the fuck is this guy?"
yeah, Zendaya's sucking both of them off while they're like giving a thumbs up and shaking hands, and like the mayor's there to like take a picture for the newspaper or
mm,
something.
I
Or no, Spider-Man. No, get this, it's
mm,
a Deadpool versus Spider-Man movie, and Spider-Man takes like pictures of Zendaya fucking off like each like Deadpool and Spider-Man, but he gets the suits confused because they're both red and
mm,
like kind of
mm-hmm.
similar. So instead of like posting the picture of Zendaya sucking Spider-Man's penis, he accidentally does the one of Deadpool, and Deadpool gets mad about that. He's like a don't kiss and tell type of guy. So then they have to like fight each other and like team up with like Doctor Octopus and
Ooh.
stuff. That would be
I
the
don't know.
move.
Maybe
That would be
Doc Ock is the
the Marvel
connector here.
movie.
Doc Ock might be a good connector.
Well, yeah, he
I
has all
would
those
like
arms.
him
He can
versus
connect to a bunch of
Wolverine.
shit.
I would like him versus Wolverine in the middle of this movie. I
Yeah,
think
they
that'd be
need more
pretty
Doc
sick.
Ock. We need more Doc Ock in Marvel movies. I say I never watched these, but I know enough about him to be like, yeah, that would be fucking sick if they had Doc
Yeah.
Ock fighting Deadpool. That would be so fucking
Even though
badass.
even though Tom Holland Spider Man quote unquote saved him, I think he still has the robot arms on him.
He
So
better.
So maybe somebody like mind controls him, and the mind control person's the main bad guy.
He had to forfeit the arms to the
Yeah,
ATF at the end of the
yeah,
movie.
yeah. Like he gets mind controlled by whoever the main villain of this Avengers movie is, and he has to fight Deadpool and Spider Man in the same scene.
Yeah. Did the who's the fucking mob guy that's Spider-Man's
Kingpin.
enemy? Yeah, Kingpin's there too. I don't know what he's doing, but they're like, we need
Oh,
to,
they could.
guys, we need
You
to have him
remember
in
how
there.
he got sucked up into the portal and into the Spider Verse?
No, I didn't
Well,
watch that one.
I spoiled. Apologies, but
I probably wasn't going to watch it
but
anyway. It
Kingpin
doesn't
is
matter to
like
me.
as big as the width of my room in that movie.
Really,
Yeah, he's fucking
he's
huge.
got girth.
But he gets sucked into an interdimensional portal, right?
Hmm.
So maybe he ends up in the Avengers as the main bad guy. And he's still
Oh
like
yeah,
built like into the Spider Verse Kingpin.
yeah. What if actually, how if Kingpin in that movie is that big, how wide does that make his dick? How much snake is he playing with? Because
Well,
that seems for a
let's.
guy of that physical stature with a bone structure of that size. I
Yeah.
mean, he's either got a micro or a fucking hog like you've never seen in
Well,
your life.
if I
Just like
remember right,
fucking
he has a kid in
difficult to
Into the Spider Verse.
walk, and he's like carrying it around like he has ankle weights on, 20-pound ankle weights on both ankles, and he's just like, fuck, my penis is so big. Why did God curse me like this?
I have no clue how I would answer this. My guess
I'm
would
thinking he
be
has a hog.
quite a quite a dick.
That guy got a hog, dude.
uh, Another thing for Avengers, I think since Tony Stark's dead, right? Um, it's gonna be kind of rough if they use any Iron Man character. But I think Pepper Potts should come back in like a mentor role for somebody. I think that would be
Hmm.
nice.
Jimmy, Fish Tank Jimmy, he's according to him, he's like distantly related to Robert Downey Jr.
Fuck yeah. Good for him.
because yeah, well, his last name it was his full name, I believe, is Jimmy Downey,
Hmm.
and he is related to Morton Downey Jr. and like that guy's family, and I guess one of Morton Downey Jr.'s great uncles is like a grandfather or some shit to Robert Downey Jr. or
Hmm.
something like that. I can't remember exactly, but that is a claim that he made on the show that I
I don't
find
know,
really
maybe
strange.
Jimmy Fish Tank will be in Avengers.
Dude, that would be fucking crazy, dude.
He
The
shows up in
master,
the Deadpool scene.
yeah.
And he's just
He,
like, fucking Deadpool, man. Holy shit.
yeah, he has his fish tank like blood games like get together on like shorts, no shirt, a
Hell
fucking
yeah.
plastic airsoft helmet, and then they gave him
They
yeah, he has a
could
croquet
they could
he
fucking
has a
chop him
croquet
into
mallet.
a like Deadpool scene. I can see
That'd be
that.
funny as fuck. Yeah, so basically, I'm Deadpool, and like right now, like my arm's missing, and normally I would be really pissed off that my arm is missing, but actually, I have other stuff going on, so I really don't care.
they have a
It's my Jimmy
they have a
impression.
cutaway scene where he says the N-word.
That'd be a good
he
cutaway
he
scene
goes,
for the new
"Holy
Deadpool.
shit." And then he says it.
That'd be funny as fuck if they actually did that in the Deadpool 3 movie. If they were, he was like, ah, more fucking, and then they just,
Cut
like,
him
there's
off.
like yeah, there's like black people like surrounding him. He's like, not the fucking, and then it
Beep.
just like swaps to him getting beaten up by the crowd, like, you motherfucker, that's our word, motherfucker, that's our word, KKK. Just like beating the shit out of him.
Oh man. Uh, Another thing for Avengers, I think Hulk is still around, right?
Hmm.
Something that I noticed from She-Hulk when they team up is that Hulk is like perfectly fine now
Yeah,
after
he's
the
just
snap.
green.
After the snap where he like melts his arm off or whatever. Now he looks
Hmm.
fine. So I wonder if he's gonna like turn heel and join up with Red Hulk from Captain America 4 and become a bad guy.
That would be they do that for the Marvel Christmas special.
Hmm. Hmm.
It's red and green.
That does make sense. Can you imagine a Hulk Christmas special in like 2 years' time? And it's just
I
Red
could
Hulk versus Hulk for like an hour and a half.
if Marvel goes like the direction that Star Wars was going, like when the first three movies came out, because there's a Star Wars Christmas special,
Yeah, there was a Guardians
very
Christmas
easily.
special too.
Yeah, see, Marvel has already done a fucking Christmas special. What's stopping them from doing another one with Red Hulk and Green Hulk? I
Dude.
just made Disney so much
And they could
fucking
have
money, and they're not going to
She-Hulk
give
as
me
a
any of it.
supporting character.
Yes, she can be Mrs. Claus,
Mm-hmm.
dude. We're just printing money for Disney right now. Holy
They can
shit!
bring Groot back, and
He can
have
be the Christmas
yeah, he could
tree,
be the giant tree. Because at the end
dude.
of 3, he's humongous.
He can be This is perfect, dude. This is actually let's keep this
They could have
writers' room
Rocket
going.
as the angel on top.
Yeah, they could have Rocket, or they could have
Mantis.
they could have They could dress Ant-Man as like Elf on a Shelf because he turns small
That's a
like
good
that.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he actually moves, so it's like much more scary.
They could have Spider-Man be Santa's helper. Have him wear a hat the whole time. A little Christmas hat.
Yeah. This is fucked up, but I feel like it's too funny not to say. But they should just make a bunch of the female superheroes be the reindeer.
I think they would
That's
at least
fucking horrible.
They would at
That's
least
fucking horrible.
There is this girl that's basically Iron Man, but she's way younger, and she's called Ironheart or something like that.
Iron bitch.
I would not be surprised.
This my girl, Arm bitch.
I wouldn't be surprised that they hire that lady to be the reindeer.
Yeah.
It's just one reindeer.
Yeah, they could use like the flying ones, like the flying
Wasp,
heroes as the reindeer.
Wasp could be in there.
Yeah, the band Wasp. Yeah. The Marvel Christmas special with musical guest Wasp.
I mean, they had Kevin Bacon last time. It's not too far fetched.
I think Wasp for a Christmas special in general would be crazy to have on. Like imagine SNL does the fucking SNL Christmas episode, and they're like, "All right, musical guest, Cannibal Corpse," and Cannibal Corpse just fucking immediately shreds into "I Cum Blood." Like,
it's such an awful name for a song.
I know. It's real. That is a real Cannibal Corpse track.
If I remember right, there's one guy that made a song that's called like "The Encyclopedia of My Heart," but my heart is not an encyclopedia, frowny face, or something like that. It's
that
just
sounds
super
like
long.
Sounds like some whack ass hipster shit, if you ask me.
What
like some dude who
worst...
pays $1,200 for a studio apartment in Bed-Stuy, New York, or something.
What would be the worst song title you could come up with?
The worst one I can come up with.
It doesn't have to be super insulting.
No, it's not insulting. I just toxic shock vagina coagulant. Something like that. Something to do with like coagulating bodily fluids in a vagina. I think that's like about as gross as you can get.
I think the grossest you can get is like sardine spray or something like that as a song name.
Yeah. I grinded up my penis in a meat grinder, and now I'm eating it as a fucking hamburger, I guess, could be a title. Death metal titles get like really long and crazy like that sometimes.
Orange juice, but the orange juice is my blood, and my blood does not taste like orange juice.
Let me look up some cattle decapitation song titles.
There's probably one that's like, I am the destroyer of worlds, and by worlds I mean Taco Bell drive-thru.
Oh, they get a lot worse than that.
Oh, okay.
Let's see.
I'm trying to
Let's go to their discography.
PG, I guess.
Studio albums. Here we go. Humanure. So our songs on the Humanure Cattle Decapitation album, we have Scatology, Domine, Intro, Humanure, Reduced to Paste, uh,
Hell
Bukkake
yeah.
Tsunami. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that. It's not even that funny either. Chummified, Applied Human Defragmentation, Lips and Assholes, I Eat Your Skin. Those are some of the highlights off of that one. But these guys just have great stuff. Here's another album. They have a song titled "We Are Horrible People." That's just the title.
Can you imagine
Um,
calling one like ultra racist beware or something like that?
there is a band that just came out with a song that's just the N word.
Oh.
That's the title of the song with a hard R.
Hmm.
Um,
Is it
I
Green Day?
forget. No, that would be really funny though. God damn it! I have to Google what this band is now. N words song, yeah, great Clawfinger, yeah, Clawfinger,
Clawfinger.
yeah, Clawfinger with their hit 2014 song N word hard R.
What a
It's
nightmare.
man, that's I'm gonna have to send this link to you
I'm not gonna
because
put it
I'm not.
anywhere, but okay.
Well, I'm not saying put it on the show. I'm
Yeah.
just saying the fucking Levy sheet music collection needs to do some thinking on this song
I don't know, maybe that's the
that they
one
have sheet
prominent
music for.
lyric. Maybe it's like you know how in Queen's song where they go Galileo, Galileo.
Yeah, Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe that like line is just the N word in this song.
I'm a boop, I'm a boop, like
Yeah.
shit like that. They just go back and
Can
forth
we
saying
do
that
a
they're
boop boop
a
boop
racial slur.
boop 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 do lightning boop 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 lightning.
That's fucking really funny.
It's been a minute since I talked about foosball, so I will quickly do a foosball thing.
The foosball bit.
Yeah. So, the Chicago Bears, baby. Bears, baby. They were actually
Go
doing.
Bears.
They were actually doing pretty good. They picked up a bunch of really good players, but the only issue is they're all very old, or they don't really work with the play scheme, and their quarterback can only throw to the second receiver at most. Like he's
So
not
they
a
basically
complete
just hired. They dug up a bunch of fucking. They grave robbed a bunch of corpses, put them in football gear, and we're like, here you go.
Essentially, yeah.
Let's
Essentially.
play the game, boys.
Their entire defense is garbage, but they keep boasting that it's one of the best defenses in the league. And whenever I see their
Who do they
training
have?
camp, it's like the saddest, mopiest, slowest, honestly, team I've
Who the
seen
fuck?
in a while.
Who's fucking managing them? Donald Trump. We have the greatest defense of any football team in the whole country. A lot of people say our defense is horrible. I disagree wholeheartedly. Everybody's wrong.
They keep saying our cornerbacks are from middle school, and I will say that's a lie.
They're at least from high school. I'll tell you that much.
They're kind of like LeBron. We drafted them early.
LeBron James. I hate him. And then the crowd is just the crowd doesn't know what to say, and he just walks off stage. That's the whole speech. LeBron James, he's gay.
He has 3 kids, but he's obviously gay.
Very gay, some might say. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for coming out tonight.
But
and then he leaves.
Yeah, the Bears, they are overhyped. I do not see them winning their division, let alone winning more than like 7 games this year. But, everybody's objective, according to interviews, is to win the Super Bowl. Even teams that have nobody notable, which is kind of interesting.
Is that not every team's goal every year, though?
Yeah, so I don't understand the interview question of what is your main goal for this year? It's the
Yeah.
thing that is at the end of the year. You know, it's kind of like in college where I want to go to the national championship and
Yeah,
win it.
you know the sports game with the cool commercials? Do you know the sports game with the cool commercials? That's what our goal is. That's how I would have fucking answered that.
I don't understand the press question unless they are trying to make them say stuff like, I'm trying to reach 40 touchdowns. I'm trying to reach 400,000 total passing yards in a year, which is impossible.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm trying to fucking retire.
that would be Aaron Rodgers' answer. It's such a ridiculous question because there's also people that are like, I just want to retire. Just like Rodgers. That's all he wants to do. Aaron Rodgers just wants to retire. It's the same thing if you were asking a guy who just went to WrestleMania and lost what his goal was for the next WrestleMania. They would say, I
guess
want
not
to
to
win.
lose. I guess not to fucking lose again. Maybe.
And if they're like upwards of 60, they'd probably be like, probably just like retire, take life easy. I don't fucking know what you want from me.
Not die like fucking Kris Benoit.
Yeah, not be like every wrestler from the 90s to 2000s who died from a heart attack because of steroids. Yeah, that's my goal. That's my goal. Like, I'm still gonna cycle, don't get me wrong.
yeah, no, I'm still on trend. Like, I'm still gonna fucking do as much trend as my body's going to take, but I'm just not going to wrestle anymore.
Yeah, it's a perfect medium.
Jesse Ventura does it all the fucking time.
Yeah, and he's
Why
like
can't
68, 69, so it's fine.
Yeah, he's like fucking 900 years old. Like, he's fine. He like trend makes you live longer. That's something I've witnessed just by seeing Jesse Ventura and only him.
I've seen Goku. You know, popular anime star Goku. He takes Trin every day. That's why he's 400 in the future.
Yeah, Goku. Yeah, that's my favorite wrestler. I like his stuff. Yeah, Goku.
I really wish by the end of Dragon Ball, whenever the end of Dragon Ball would be, mostly Super, I really hope they go, and then Goku became a pro wrestler. And then they have some random dude in Japan wrestle as him every single day for the rest of time. They just hire a dude to cosplay as Goku and say the Kamehameha word a couple hundred times.
Yeah, when do you think the WWE is gonna like start incorporating like Fortnite and shit into like their events?
Well, you know how in Avengers Endgame, Thor was playing Fortnite?
He was?
Yeah. Well, I think he got a kill or two.
What the fuck?
I
this is new information to me. This changes a lot.
I just thought it was funny to bring up. But
this changes my whole fucking life.
In certain backstage locker rooms for like there's a big group right now called the Judgment Day, and they have WWE 2K playing in the background. So maybe like 3 weeks from now they're gonna start playing Fortnite in the background of every shot.
I thought they like, for some reason I thought they had already put the Undertaker in Fortnite or something.
They put
I don't know why.
Cena in Fortnite.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. They did. They put the big Cena.
What's
crazy is that he can't. What's crazy is he can't do this like Cena as his thing because that's a Crip gang sign. This is a gang sign. If I went to the wrong neighborhood and threw this up, I would get shot like easily. That's very sad for Cena.
Are you sure you're not being a Lego person as a cosplay? Because Lego people, they can only do the Crip sign with their hands.
Ooh. Yeah, might be a good excuse. I don't know how much gang members play with Legos, though. I don't know if
You would have to
feel like
spray
gang
your hands
members.
yellow to make sure they know.
Yeah, I feel like your average gang member spends money on like drugs and illegal
Mm-hmm.
guns,
Mm-hmm.
and don't really have like the budget for like Legos.
Yeah.
But I could definitely try my best to say like, yeah, I'm Lego guy. That's who I am today. I'm Lego guy.
Please don't kill me. I am a Lego man. I am
Yeah.
trying to perform for your kids at your family get together. Please do
Yeah,
not shoot me.
they'd start following me around, and anytime I bend my leg at the knee, they're like, hell no. Bam, bam, bam. He ain't no Lego. He ain't no Lego.
You start trying to
His ass
cliff
thought,
walk on
that
him.
boy thought he was a Lego. That boy ain't no Lego.
That'd be like the most awkward time of your life, trying to disguise your Crip signs as something else.
Yeah, dude, I could do one of those like most dangerous hoods in Ohio, the Brandon Buckingham videos that or whatever, and just like do that, I guess. Like I could just do retarded shit in the ghetto until I get beat up.
Do you remember that shirt where it's the Final Fantasy VII cover art and then it says "Remember 9/11" on the top?
No. That sounds like something I'd wear.
I've seen that shirt so many times, and I feel like if you went to New York with it, you would get your shit kicked in.
Yeah, probably. I think it would be a marvel to even get me to set foot in NYC to even begin with.
Yeah.
Well, that's not true. I do want to visit NYC at least once in my life.
Are you gonna do
presumably while I'm young.
Are you gonna do the NFL team circuit and go to every local NFL team?
No, but I will be doing the World of Shirts alcoholic New
yes.
York tour or whatever. I'll absolutely be doing that.
It's very upsetting because that poor guy, I guess he like blacked out from how drunk he was the other day.
Oh, he does that every day.
Really?
He does that every single
more
day. Yeah.
common than I've seen. That's crazy.
Oh yeah, dude. Like there's new Joshua Block like puke videos of him being blackout drunk that happen like every day.
Damn.
Like it's like I used to follow this page before they just started posting like pornography ads basically for OnlyFans whores. But
that is what Instagram is.
No, that account was just a new angle of 9/11 like every day. You get the same thing with fucking
bullshit.
World of Shirts.
Yeah.
Yeah. You get the same thing with World of Shirts, a new angle of Joshua Block making an ass of himself in public every day.
I really hope that guy gets some help. Same thing with Larson, but Larson's also a crazy guy, so I don't know.
I did want to mention on the show because there is a Daniel Larson update. You know how he got in trouble for threatening to bomb the White House and kill the president?
Yeah.
Well, a court was like, this guy's crazy. We can't put him on the stand or anything. This guy's too far gone. Mm-hmm. So they're just going to throw him in a state mental institution, and I'm thinking that'll be the end of Daniel Larson.
Damn.
That's a shame. That's how it's looking rough for the big DL, you know.
DL gang for life.
Yeah. Dude.
Start putting up new Crips.
We Larsonian up in here.
Yeah,
we
Larsonian that one's maybe fine. I'm not sure. Maybe
we Larsonian up in here.
That W might have been a West Coast thing. You might get in trouble for that.
West Side.
Ah, okay. There you go.
West Side.
Yeah.
And then there's I think this might be a gang sign also.
It just looks like you're holding something.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like W or something. I don't know. It's like the blood gang sign.
Do you think I need to censor at least half of those?
No, I'll be fine.
Okay.
Dude, I live in the middle of the country.
True.
If anybody is going to come do harm to me out here, let's just say there's a lot of woods and you can dig a pretty deep hole without being disturbed for quite a while in those woods. So that's just an observation I've made over time, you know.
I think
just because.
I think that'll wrap it up for this week's podcast.
Yeah.
Northwest Trenches 28 from myself, Ronnie Guy, and Shane over here.
Hey,
I
we
will censor
Larsonian up in
Gravel
this.
out.
We're Larsonian up in here.
Hell yeah. Alright. You guys have a good one.
Goodbye.
Everyone knows that you can.